Pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora, and the world at large. Friends all. I do not want to waste time on this. Today happens to be Wednesday, the 6th of November. Yesterday, the world at large was sitting at their TV and at the telephone overlooking the United States election between Donald J. Trump and Kamala Harris. The Republican Party and the Democrat Party went to the polls. With all the rhetoric and the campaigning on both sides, and the calling and the accusation against each other, whether it is true or not, it was done civilizedly, without the confrontation of fire, beating, looting, or killing. But in third world countries, Africa, India, Caribbean, Latin South America, politicians go the other distance, especially when they do not want to give up power. They start with the pot. They start arresting people and locking them up, which is a human rights violation, but you put them there. Europe also follow pattern on discipline, while in the Caribbean third world country, the same bloody thing keep happening over and over. They're just on Guyana. But before I continue with Guyana, let me take a minute to congratulate Donald J. Trump to be the 47th President of the United States of America. With all the allegations and the rhetoric that they have thrown against him, with all the fictitious charges that rise up from the God knows where, he still overcome it and carry a vicious campaign against those who try to prosecute him and even try to execute him. Friends, it's plain and simple. If God is for you, no man can destroy you. To attempt all the allegations, and today he happens to be a victorious man at given his age, at age 74 or 75, victoriously with his party, and won the biggest election ever in American history without creating chaos or a revolution. What caused this? Likewise in Guyana, the PNC and the PPP, the illiterate foreigners, the uneducated, the hungry belly, those who will get paid to disinterrupt and destroy other political parties, fight against their members, loot, burn, kill, and nobody has been penalized for it. We have seen a lot of under the late Franz Bernard, who Walter Rodney lost his life, and the shoes, and many was beaten in jail. And even though the PPP do their own currently with the corrupt supporters, very spiteful, very presumptuous, but time is against them all. Leaders come and go, nations continue. Friends, they got a saying in life that two wrongs don't make a right. But sometimes depends on the kind of people you're dealing with. If they're uneducated, uncivilized, ready to burn, loot, and kill, then you have to measure their ignorance with their same ignorance too. But once they start it, you must continue it and don't stop until you get rid of the last one. Because you have no right to attack anyone and they have no right to attack you. But if you've been backed by corrupt politicians because you're hungry and get paid to kill, beat, loot, and burn, then the other side have a right to continue and don't stop until victory is in their hands in third world countries. Latin America, Caribbean, Africa, India, and elsewhere. Today we are living in the 21st century. Kamala Harris represents the Democratic Party, a party that the immigrant of the symbol of the party happens to be a donkey or a jackass. While the Republican Party also have an elephant who's also an immigrant. Maybe he's born here, but where did it adapt from first to begin with? If we spoke about slavery, then these animals was either brought here by slave or maybe by the circus or the zoo, which is a violation to the habitat of the animal. But nevertheless, we overlook them because they are animals. Both parties spoke about immigrants in the United States of America, even though they themselves was immigrants from the beginning of time. But we cannot and must not and will not blame the modern generation for those who have created the environment going back from the time of Columbus and others on to this day. I have seen Guyana President Ali was interviewed by the BBC and talking for reparation for the African slave trade, but he forgot about the Amerindian in Guyana. God will judge him, not me. Or maybe he didn't read that part. Is not the Amerindian a human being, Mr. Ali? Or Mr. Marjaglia and others? There was a brought from Africa or India. They was in Guyana that Columbus discovered in 1492, and they were there long before. But regardless where it goes, modern time, Mr. Ali, with due respect to you, know hard feelings. You went to the UN and you also talk about that. But do you forget the Amerindian in Guyana, what happened to them in their own country by the British and the Spanish and the Dutch? And then you get the country as an independent where your people are claiming their arrival while the blacks are claiming slavery. Then, and all to one claim emancipation and one claim of arrival, what with the Portuguese and Chinese? No, they didn't came from nowhere. Maybe they came on the bush, or right from the sea, or the air. Maybe they were aliens. What do you think? Mr. Norton and others in the PNC and AFC, all of you who rule Guyana are occupiers, from the Indian to the black. Guyana had never had a son or daughter to be the leader of their country. India is liberated and free from the hands of the ruler master. It was not given to the black slaves from Kenya who sent the 80,000 living in South India or not, who might be representing Indian unity, by the way, soon, friends. It's hypocrisy to know what is yours and deny other people for what is their own. So at the time, Mr. Ali, I think you should start to look into the interests of the Amerindians and the mixed race and the Portuguese and Chinese, because the mixed race born there, they can't go to India, Africa, Europe, or nowhere unless they have a visa. Think of it. It's nothing personal. America spoke of illegal aliens into their country, but they are not judging the right area that created the environment for illegal aliens in Canada, America, and elsewhere. From Mexico to Argentina, the United States government in the 60s and 70s and before, maybe after, had hands with the government. Many were put up in dictators. Many innocent men and women had to run out because of gangs, because of drug lords now, and because of political bureaucracy that backed by the United States and maybe some other European friends who see the interests of their own and not the will of the people of the country. But I'm asking this question for many reasons. I love America. I was born in South America, live in North America. You cannot want right for you and wrong for others. The table must be level. Same goes to Israel. 1947, after Adolf Hitler war, They would have been in Guyana, but was denied the entry by Britain and America, who give them that place in Palestine in 1947. 1948 and in the 60s, there were many problems. Even Arafat, Shamir, Menachem Begin, and all of them tried to come to a peace. But how could you enter a country where people open arms and welcome you in your time of darkness, and when you get strong on the land, you're killing them, bulldozing their house, and you are talking of human rights and say they are violating your rights when they throw some rocks. Friends, this is not the days of Goliath and David. This is the days of America and the rest of the world on the European continent. Today in America, I have seen the Republican Party elect a lot of new senators, and they will be controlling the House of Senate, and maybe tomorrow we'll know in the week about the House. But I congratulate the young men and women who risk their life to come forward with all the insult and ridicule and criticism and all that happened. But ladies and gentlemen, when God has his hands in something, no man can change it or bend it or break it. Donald J. Trump will be remembered historically for this event. After he claimed that the last election was rigged, who knows, possibility, and today he won it landslide, one of the biggest victories in American political history. Donald J. Trump, an honorable man, with all the ridicule and criticism and imprisonment they tried to give him, the accusation, he fought it like Spartacus, and he fought the lion better than Samson. And today, he is the president of the United States of America, and still pledged to unite the country and save it and make it be a prosperous nation. But one thing has to be clear. We cannot have a friend who's destroying us, killing people, and we are supporting them. Our friend will be our downfall if we want to have relations internationally with the world at large. The black race out of Africa have to come off of this slave trade and what ancestral rights. When they today are beneficiary of the slave trade, pilots, doctors, scientists, musicians, even a blind man, Stevie Wonder, and many more making money, become great, and actors and actresses, but yet we condemn the European as the white man slave the black man. Every nation was a slave, friends, and I repeat it steady. If the Bible spoke about slavery, one brother sold another because of jealousy. I even have that problem with my young son who's alive and my only daughter of Anthony Snow because of jealousy. And I said it, jealousy. All the accusation. And thanks to Ramjatan and Nagamutu who wrote me a letter. But I got a message for y'all. God may watch, and Trump might be a forgiving man, but not everybody are forgiving. We are only in this world temporary. America have laws, and they follow it. Guyana have lawlessness. We have leaders who take power, ministers, and when you speak out against the wrong thing they do, you meet in a lot of problems. Police locking you. If you have a business, Indian corrupt businessman send drunkards to break up the business, like what they've done with Anthony Stove business at 24/7 on his Bank of Pakistan, with an Indian pastor by the name of Ramdat, who they call harsh man, who's alleged kill his neighbor in Covent Garden, and on to this day he can get jailed because his wife knows judges, magistrate, and then who knows the drug dealer he was working for, and corrupt businessmen who drive all the police from the Mary to Providence and ministers in government. I congratulate Donald Trump. I'm looking forward to work with him for the future for a prosperous Guyana with the package of the United States of America and then the business elite over here and the law and order of Guyana must change. And every crime that was committed to an innocent man, woman, or child, whether by prostitution, whether by whatever means, must be reopened. And if proven that those who commit the crime is guilty of the crime, I believe, and I'll be honest, execution. I don't believe in jail. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to the bathroom to ease your bowels, whether to pass your feces on you, will you put it back in your stomach? No, you flush it. Why you must keep the disease that is creating more problem for you when you identify it. I believe that if a man kills your father and your father is innocent, you have a right to kill out his whole family. Because don't leave them to, if it's young women to become hoes or beggars, or the young sons to become killers. If they kill, you can kill too. You might ask, why George Correa speak like that? But if the Bible is truth, some of the prophets went to war. Moses drummed the Pharaoh, and he was chosen by God. David killed the Goliath, and God drummed the wall and only saved 8. And God and you see, whenever me and you only temporary. Why I have to kill you? You have to kill me. If I am mentally ill, then the whole world is mad because you justify your crime because of your ego, your money, but now we don't live forever. If you believe and you know that you will kill somebody and the family will kill you back, nobody will kill one another. And if you don't believe me, ask Japan when they mess with America with Pearl Harbor and get 2 bombs. If they didn't surrender, China wouldn't have had a problem. They would have already taken back Japan. Think of it. The guy would have been an island or it would have been covered. And if Cuba did not turn back the missile that was told by America, maybe the same thing would have happened. But many aliens are coming into America committing crime. It's wrong. But one has to understand, if you trouble a nest of bees, you don't expect to be stung. Or you walk in an ant's nest, step on it, grinding them, you do not intend to be bitten. Or you run into the jungle surrounded by lions, killing them, you don't expect to be eaten by them. Come on, gentlemen. I am not a warrior. I just want to make sense. Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, went to war. If you look at the cell phone today and Facebook, you will see a lot of things that is coming out. Now we must draw the line. No human must kill another because of political problem or a religious conflict. We must work together for humanity, worship our God, take care of our family, and unite and make this world a better place so our generation can continue the legacy. We must help the less fortunate instead of insulting, ridiculing, criticizing, and condemning them. That is why I do hope the third world from Africa to India and others in Latin, South America, Caribbean, and Guyana could take a page out of the book of the United States, Kamala Harris, the Democratic candidate for president. With all the rhetoric from her and Trump across the board and the supporters, he won the election. She called him and congratulated him on the victorious victory and a good campaign. Only when you're civilized, you can speak like that. Friends, it is time for we in Guyana to come to ourselves. If Mr. Ali believes in one Guyana, I urge you to form a national fund government. No more PPPC, or no more PNC, or ACNU because you are one. Bring the Amerindian, the Mixed and everybody, and let the ministers then be equal in the parliament to judge the nation and put it forward. No Amerindian people have a right, especially the Amerindian, have a right to buy land in Guyana. And everybody deserves land to build their house and 50,000 US to build. And the law must change. Ban emancipation. Ban the day of arrival. If not, the occupiers must go back to Africa and India and open up the door for the African descendant of today and Indian, for everyone who arrived, bring 10 in the place. It is time for we to unite, show love and respect, and unite and make this world a better place. Learn from America. I wish President Donald Trump and his crew all the best, and call on the United States of America for work for humanity along South and Central America and other parts of the world. Remove dictators and let the nation then work together. Our enemy will bring us down if we don't wake up. Enough is enough. Save the Palestinians. Save the world. And with that, I want to say this and then end. If God is for you, no man can destroy you. Thank you, and have a good night and a good day. Peace.